Guys, welcome back to Supercross. I hope you're having an amazing week. We've been getting a ton of phone calls, ton of emails. People who are calling in asking. They need to know more about the Vision F1X. Call a buddy, grab a friend, put up your feet, grab a drink. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the Vision F1X. You guys ready? Come on in.
Yeah, dude.
We've been having you guys call and ask a ton of questions about the Vision F1X. And you guys have been wanting to know what exactly is the difference between the Toray T1100KS that we've been using? What's the difference between the M40X, the M46X, and what makes these things so great? So, in our last video of the Vision F1X, we showed you off the 4XL. Now the 4XL is obviously the biggest bike. It's what Kai White's on, it's what Oliver Moran's on, it's what Gage Gomalicki's on. We only had a couple of them as the test mules because we sent the rest of them off to be destructive tested. We went ahead and destroyed a couple of frames just to make sure that what you're gonna get is going to be the best. It's gonna be the strongest, the lightest, the fastest. And if you watch some of Ollie's videos and watch some of the stuff that Kai's been posting up over on Russ Collins' channel, Ollie calls it straight out. He said from the very first second he put his F1X together, he pulled off personal bests. Same thing with Kai. So what's been going on with this is the material makeup of the Toraica M40X and the M46X is the same material that the Red Bull Ford F1 team is using. It's the same thing that's being used on satellites, spaceships. It has a crazy yield, a great abrasion resistance. So with the yield factor and what the abrasion resistance does is it allows the frame to be able to take more of a hit, more of a hit, more of a hit. You don't have to be as fragile with it, and it still maintains all of its strength. Now, the frame itself is a blend of different carbons. It has the Toray T700S in some parts. It has the Toray T1100KS in other parts. The rest is the M40X and the M46X. Somewhere up here behind me, we'll put up all the spec sheets on the web page. It has all the specs of what the modulus, the yield, the tensile strength of what those materials are. We're not just playing with regular BMX stuff here now. This is when you are really putting in your best. And if you've watched some of the videos, like if you just watched the video that came out with Alexis Colby, where she's analyzing her video. And when she's analyzing that video, she's watching her head drop. She's watching how far she gets over the front of the bike. She's watching how she's getting loaded up for her second pedal coming down the gate. She's doing a lot of really critical analysis on how to perform better. So us as a manufacturer, that's what we're doing for you as well, is we're being very critical and very analytical. And it may not seem like it's major changes because obviously this Junior that I'm holding up here, which is under 2 pounds, I mean, this is crazy light, and the Mini's even lighter. We're starting to get these in all the different sizes now. And it's not for everybody. Not everybody needs a Vision F1X. You may want a Vision F1X, but you don't need it. If you are wanting to perform at the absolute peak performance, if it's where you're just right up here and you need that little extra bit to fine tune it, that's where these come into play. So as I said, The first test mules that we did were in the 4X because they were the largest frames, so that we are able to really subject them to the most abuse and really see what was going on. Now you're starting to see some of these smaller frames start to come in. And with this, you can see on the Junior, a lot of people have asked, does it have the T47 bottom bracket that the Pro size frames do? And no, this has the traditional Euro bottom bracket. Now, just like on our regular Vision, this Euro bottom bracket, it is one piece aluminum sleeve that's wrapped and bonded as it goes into the mold. So as it goes in there, it's one piece along with the frame. Now also, you'll notice here on the Junior, we have a cutout here for tire clearance. We have a cutout here to make sure that the down tube is not too rigid for the little guys. We want some of that compliance to be in there. The head tube here, it's a traditional Campy integrated. So it uses the Speedline headset that is the regular 1-inch Speedline headset to go along with the matching forks. So this one here is done up in the Shadow White. It's a Junior, it's in stock. We've got this one, we've got a Prime Blue in stock, and it's using a new 8-time Bike of the Year logo on the top tube, which, you know, we're kind of proud of the fact that we've won the USA BMX Golden Crank for Bike of the Year 8 times. I mean, you guys have really humbled me with this. And with that, that's why we're trying to make sure that we're building the best. You've got titanium brake posts, you've got the full monocoque carbon fiber frame, you have the ports for the internal cable routing, you have the one-piece aluminum bottom bracket shell, and then with our flip chips, you can run it with the idler, you can run it with the sliding chips. It makes it super universal for how you want to set up your bike and how you want to ride. So that's one thing that we can tell you about the Vision F1X and the material structure, the frame structure. Again, this frame here, it's 1 pound, 14 ounces, which is crazy light for a little Junior carbon frame. So now let's stop here for a second, because people have also been asking, Bill, are you going to make them in cruisers? Well, we're not doing all sizes of cruisers, but yes, we are doing the Vision F1X in a Pro XL cruiser. Now this frame here is built just like the regular Pro size frames. So now you have the T47 bottom bracket. The T47 bottom bracket allows for a larger bearing, allows for a larger crank spindle, and allows for better power transfer. If you look at the bottom of the frame, you'll see that this uses the same mold as the Vision F1. We have an indent here to allow for chainring clearance. That's designed into the frame to make sure that you can clear the chain rings that you need to while you're setting it up. It is designed for the external T47 bottom bracket. This beautiful one here is in that moon gem color that people are really liking. What we have done on these frames now is we're marking it that it says that it is the T47 BB shell, so that way we don't have any confusion. So again, this frame, it uses a different layup of the materials, but it uses the same materials. So you've got T700S, you've got T1100KS, you have the M40X and the M46X. Again, this frame is going to be lighter, faster, stronger, stiffer for launching, but still have the compliance and the ability to take a hit. It has a higher yield resistance, a higher yield strength, I should say, and it is true Formula One technology. You know, if you're watching the F1 series this year and you're watching what's going on with the Red Bull Ford car, you're going to see Toreica supplies them with their carbon fiber, just like us. Pinarello also uses the M40X, the M46X on their highest end Dogma. This is a premium material. So we're doing the Vision F1X. We're also still doing the Vision F1. So it's a layering system to where if you start off with an RSX, you move up to an RS7, you move up to a Vision F1, and then you can move up to the Vision F1X. It's how you need to progress as you as a rider are progressing as you go through novice, intermediate, expert, start racing the junior classes, start racing the elite classes. It's the same type of thing. As your skills progress, you need a bike that's going to be able to give you all of that technology. Now, we do still have the removable cantilever V-brake mounts. We do have the built-in disc brake mount setup. That all comes with the frame. We've been starting to take pre-orders on these frames. We're starting to ship a few of them out. Currently, we've got 6 or 7 of them in stock. By the time that this video comes out, they'll probably all be gone. But we're starting to make sure we're getting them out into the hands of the shops. We're getting them out into the riders' hands. And we're really making a push to make this be the absolute, hands down, the best carbon fiber frame that you can be. You've got full monocoque, you've got the best materials. It's all pre-preg materials, so there's no chance of any dry fibers. Everything is provided to us from Toreica as a rolled material that already has all of the resin, and it's a nano alloy resin that's impregnated into the material to make sure that we're able to build you and perform and build the best race frame you've ever needed. So guys, I hope I've answered some of your questions. If you have any other questions or comments, drop them down in the comments below. We'll try and make sure we get to you and answer them as quickly as possible. But head over to your local Supercross dealer, go on to the supercrossbmx.com website, and if you are ready to take your racing to that absolute peak level, well, the Vision F1X is for you. So guys, with that, grab your bike, grab a buddy, head out to the track, head out to the trails, go ride! See you on the next one.
I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high IQ. Oh